move out.
The Army started this program officially around 1916. Woodrow Wilson put this in effect, where he was decided and his staff decided that we want professional leaders in the Army, and what better way to go out and hunt at universities and colleges around the country and get professional people to run the Army.
My full name is Michael T.J. McCouch. I'm from all over the place, but I pretty much grew up in Virginia, so that's where I like to say I'm from. I mean, I live with my mom, and she started doing that thing where if I messed up or if I got in trouble, she'd make me do push-ups. But eventually I got so good at that that she couldn't do it anymore, so I had to be grounded. Academies are also obviously very difficult to get into. ROTC can be arguably as stressful, because it's not just you just show up and, oh hey, you're an Army officer now. You have to actually compete to earn contracts. So you have to prove to the Army why you're worth commissioning and becoming a lieutenant to them.
Good afternoon, I'm Anthony Pagano. I'm from Jackson, New Jersey. I'm a senior here at Rowan, history major, and this is my last semester, and I commission on May 17th. With the academy, they don't have any really distractions really. They kind of are excluded and isolated from civilian world really. But here, we are, thrown into it essentially. We're civilians and we're cadets and we're student cadets, I guess, something like that, like student athlete, where it's up to us really. There's no one putting a gun to our head and saying, hey, these are the choices you have to make. It's just you kind of, do that yourself essentially. With here, you have the freedom to do anything you want, but having that discipline with ROTC, it kind of dictates how what your college life is like.
My name is Ryan Adams. I'm a senior here at Rowan University, ROTC. Commissioning in May 17th on the battleship New Jersey. Commissioning active duty into the infantry. The ROTC program takes a lot more discipline. You've got to wake up on your own time. You've got to set your alarms yourself, versus where the academies, there's pretty much a wake-up call. Everybody gets up at the same time. Everybody has their first formation. Here it's less structured, and it's more based around cadets' discipline.
Coming here, I knew that, it wasn't party time for me for college. I had my mind set on a goal, and I knew that, party time could come later, but this primarily comes first. With ROTC, for me anyway, it helped me, stay focused on what was really important, which was getting a commission, getting active duty. And in order to do that, what do you need to have? You need to have a high GPA and a good PT, a physical fitness score. So definitely helped me, prioritize on my goals. Not gonna lie, I don't know that many people on campus other than my ROTC friends, but I don't think it really had a negative impact. I wouldn't trade the ROTC friends that I've made for anybody else on campus, so I'm pretty happy about that.
We do PT every morning. I wake up at 5 a.m. We start at 6, get done a little bit past 7. That's not something your typical college student does every morning. Also for our classes, we have a 4-hour-long class that we actually go out into the woods down at Alcyon Park, and we actually put to use the things that we learn to pretty much exercise our leadership abilities, control squads and platoons, and try to accomplish different kinds of missions that they want us to do.
We have 2 squads. All right, so we have 2 squads going at it right now. Op 4, which is opposing forces, and the normal regular Army squad. And what's going to happen is right now it's squad versus squad battle, essentially. This squad right here that's waiting is about to get a really good surprise, because I think the other squad's about to ambush him, so we'll see what happens.
Bang, 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 bang. What do you see? I need 3D. Vector, come down this way. Shift right. Shift right. Move forward. All right, index. Index.
I enjoyed everything about it, honestly. This has kind of been a passion of mine for the duration of me knowing about the military. So coming out to PT every morning, it's always been exciting to me. It's always been something that I've built up, and just knowing that there's a lot of goals that you can make and a lot of goals you can achieve through the military. That's kind of what motivates me to be out here every day.
Just being the best leader I can be. I mean, it's not really about me, it's about the people I'm going to be leading. My job is to take care of them and ensure their well-being, so I just want to be able to train as if I'm really doing it, just so when the time comes, I do the best I can do.
Leadership experience, definitely. Knowing how to act as a leader and how to motivate your guys to accomplish a mission, while at the same time keeping good relations with them, not being too hard on them, but not being too soft with them as well. Keeping a good middle ground and achieving that objective.
I look forward to actually getting a platoon and getting, seeing and developing my leadership styles in my Army education and my civilian education too as I move forward. I've been in the Army now for 4 years, so after my active duty contract will be up, it'll be close to 10. So what I'm thinking is by then I'll have 12 years in. And you never know what's going to happen in the future. It's hard to commit a full 20 years, obviously. Would I like to? Of course, because I love the Army, but who knows? I could have a family or kids and might come second.
Right now, I look at possibly making it a career, but it's all going to depend on if I have a family. Everything's kind of in limbo after training. For right now, the next 8 years dedicated to the Army, and then after that is going to be based on my experiences within the Army itself and, of course, outside, however that pans out.
ROTC was an opportunity for me to train to become an officer and actually lead people in the real Army. At the same time, like you got the poster here, also covers my tuition. I get free college. When I graduate, I'm hoping that I should be active duty, so it's pretty much my full-time job. And hopefully I'll be able to, my plans right now is to make it into a career, do the 20 years, retire. But the cool thing about getting a college degree is if I don't decide not to do that, I can always just get a job in that field. If I retire after the 20 years, something that I had considered doing was really appealing was being an instructor for either a junior ROTC program or a senior ROTC like here. After going through it in high school, I thought it just seemed like a great job, being able to work with the little kids, making them become better citizens and improving their lives. That was an excellent program.